Question 1. During a major transformation where existing methods of patent claim drafting are under scrutiny, a new patent applicant submits a claim containing a combination of elements that were previously disclosed in multiple unrelated prior art references. The examiner rejects the claim under 35 U.S.C. SS 103, citing obviousness. The applicant argues that the combination is non-obvious because it produces an unexpected result. Which of the following is the most legally sound argument the applicant can use to overcome the rejection? A. The examiner must show that all prior art references come from the same technical field. B. The applicant can demonstrate secondary considerations such as commercial success, failure of others, and long-felt but unsolved need. C. If the prior art references do not explicitly state the claimed invention's advantages, then they cannot be combined to reject the claim. D. The mere fact that the combination was not previously disclosed is sufficient. Establish non-obviousness. Answer B. The applicant can demonstrate secondary considerations such as commercial success, failure of others, and long-felt but unsolved need. Explanation. Under 35 U.S.C. SS 103, an invention is considered obvious if a person of ordinary skill in the art, a faceta, would find it to be an obvious combination of prior art references. However, secondary considerations, also known as objective indicia of non-obviousness, could be crucial in overcoming an obviousness rejection. Courts have held that factors such as unexpected results, commercial success, failure of others, and long-felt but unsolved need can serve strong evidence of non-obviousness. See Graham v. John Deere Company, 383 U.S. 1, 1966. A. Incorrect. Prior art references do not have to come from the same technical field to be combined in an obviousness rejection. Courts recognize that analogous art can be used. C. Incorrect. Prior art reference does not have to state the specific advantages of an invention for it to be relevant in an obviousness determination. D. Incorrect. Simply being undisclosed is not enough, but the claimed invention must show non-obvious inventive step. Question 2. In a situation where formal requirements conflict with substantive examination principles, an applicant submits a patent application with broad claims covering a method of diagnosing a medical condition using artificial intelligence. The USDO examiner issues a rejection under 35 U.S.C. SS 101, citing lack of patent eligibility. The applicant argues that the invention involves complex machine learning algorithms which transform the data and produce new results. Which of the following is the most appropriate response for the applicant to counter the rejection? A. Assert that diagnostic methods are always patent eligible if they involve machine learning component. B. Amend the claims to explicitly include concrete technological improvement beyond generic data processing. C. Argue that the use of AI alone is sufficient to meet the significantly more requirement under Alice Corp. V. CLS Bank. D. Show that AI-based medical diagnostics do not fall under abstract ideas and should be categorically eligible for patent protection. Answer B. Amend the claims to explicitly include a concrete technological improvement beyond generic data processing. Explanation. Under 35 U.S.C. SS 101. Abstract ideas, laws of nature, and natural phenomena are not patent eligible unless they are applied in non-generic and inventive manner. Alice Corp. v. CLS Banking or 573 U.S. 208, 2014. Courts have repeatedly rejected claims directed to abstract ideas that merely involve conventional data processing techniques. Mayo Collaborative Services v. Prometheus Laboratories, 566 U.S. 66, 2012. A. Incorrect. Diagnostic methods involving AI are not automatically patent eligible unless they show technological improvement beyond mere abstract idea. C. Incorrect. The Alice test requires that the claims be directed to more than just an abstract idea and that they contain an inventive concept that transforms them into patent eligible application. D. Incorrect. Courts have ruled that diagnostic methods, even if they involve AI, fall under the category of abstract ideas unless they clearly improve technology in non-trivial way. Best strategy: the applicant should amend the claims to specifically define technological improvement, such as an improved machine learning architecture or an enhanced AI-based feature that processes data in unique, non-obvious way. Question 3. When implementing backup procedures across various patent offices worldwide, an international pharmaceutical company files a patent application for a newly developed drug formulation under the Patent Cooperation Treaty (PCT). After receiving A negative written opinion from the International Searching Authority ISA. The company considers its next steps. Which of the following actions is most appropriate under the PCT system? A. The company must abandon the application because a negative written opinion cannot be challenged. B. The company can submit amendments under Article 19 or Article 34 before entering the national phase. C. The company can ignore the written opinion because each national patent office will conduct its own independent examination. D. The company should request an international preliminary examination but cannot make any amendments to the application. Answer: B. The company can submit amendments under Article 19 or Article 34 before entering the national phase. Explanation: under the Patent Cooperation Treaty (PCT), applicants receive a written opinion from the International Searching Authority (ISA) which provides a preliminary, non-binding assessment of patentability. If the written opinion is negative, the applicant has options. Article 19 amendments. The applicant can amend claims before the international publication stage but cannot change the description or drawings. Article 34 amendments. If the applicant requests an international preliminary examination, they can make broader amendments including changes to the description and claims they incorrect. A negative written opinion does not require abandonment. Applicants can respond and amend their claims before the national phase. C. Incorrect. While national patent offices do conduct independent examinations, the written opinion can strongly influence national examiners, so responding effectively is critical. D. Incorrect. The company can request an international preliminary examination under Chapter Roman 2 of the PCT, but it also has the right to amend claims during this process. Question 4. When dealing with a complex system that shows occasional inconsistencies in patent eligibility determinations, a major pharmaceutical company has developed a novel formulation that combines two known chemical compounds. The company submits a patent application claiming the new combination as an innovative treatment for a rare disease. However, the patent examiner issues a rejection under 35 U.S.C. SS 101 patentable subject matter, arguing that the claimed invention merely combines natural products and lacks an inventive concept. The applicant counters by asserting that the combination exhibits synergistic effects that are unexpected and significantly enhance therapeutic efficacy. The case proceeds to the Patent Trial and Appeal Board (TAP), which must determine whether the claim is directed to patent ineligible natural phenomenon or eligible inventive application. Which of the following outcomes is most likely under U.S. patent law? A. The TAB upholds the rejection, concluding that merely combining two natural products is insufficient to establish patent eligibility under Mayo Collaborative Services v. Prometheus Labs. B. The TAB reverses the examiner's rejection, ruling that the synergistic effects demonstrate an inventive concept that transforms the nature of the invention, making it eligible for patent protection under Association for Molecular Pathology v. Myriad Genetics. C. The TAB remands the case for further examination, requiring additional data on the therapeutic improvement before determining whether the combination is significantly more than a natural product. D. The TAB upholds the rejection, citing that although synergistic effects can be considered in non-obviousness determinations, they do not by themselves satisfy patent eligibility under Alice Corp. v. CLS Bank International. Answer: B. The TAB reverses the examiner's rejection, ruling that the synergistic effects demonstrate an inventive concept that transforms the nature of the invention, making it eligible for patent protection under Association for Molecular Pathology v. Myriad Genetics. Explanation: under U.S. patent law, natural products themselves are not patentable unless they are significantly modified in a way that creates something markedly different from what exists in nature. The Supreme Court's decision in Myriad Genetics 2013 clarified that isolated natural products are not patentable, but novel applications or modifications can be. In this case, the claimed combination demonstrates unexpected synergistic effects, contribute to an inventive concept under the Alice-Mayo framework. If these effects are supported by sufficient experimental data, they can establish that the combination is more than a mere natural phenomenon, making option B the best answer. Question 5. During a critical transition period where existing processes for international patent filings face new procedural changes, a U.S. based technology company seeks to file a patent application for a newly developed AI-based financial algorithm. They intend to secure protection in multiple jurisdictions, including the United States, European Union, China, and Japan. The company initially files a U.S. provisional patent application and later pursues an international application under the Patent Cooperation Treaty (PCT). However, during the national phase, they encounter varying legal challenges regarding patent eligibility, disclosure requirements, and subject matter exclusions. Which of the following statements best describes the company's challenges? A. The company's invention is likely patentable in all jurisdictions as the PCT ensures uniform patentability standards across member countries. B. The AI-based financial algorithm may face rejection in jurisdictions like Europe and China, where abstract business methods and mathematical models are generally excluded from patent protection. C. Since the U.S. allows software patents, the invention will automatically qualify for protection in Japan and the EU, as these jurisdictions follow similar eligibility criteria. D. The company can rely on the PCT's centralized examination process to resolve any discrepancies, ensuring that all jurisdictions will grant the patent under unified standard. Answer. B. The AI-based financial algorithm may face rejection in jurisdictions like Europe and China, where abstract business methods and mathematical models are generally excluded from patent protection. Explanation. Patent laws differ significantly across jurisdictions, especially regarding software and business method patents. The PCT provides a mechanism for international filing, but it does not guarantee uniform patentability. PU, the European Patent Convention Art 52 generally excludes business methods and abstract mathematical algorithms from patent protection unless they produce a technical effect. Similarly, China's patent law restricts abstract software patents, often requiring tangible technical application. The U.S. and Japan tend to be more lenient, but still apply the Alice two-step test for software patent eligibility. Therefore, option B is correct because the company is likely to face rejection in some jurisdictions due to differences in patent eligibility standards. Question 6. In a case where multiple parties have different objectives regarding the enforcement of standard essential patents, Cepsid Telecommunications Company holds patents essential to the 5 grams wireless communication standard. A competitor seeks to use the technology but refuses to pay what it claims are excessive licensing fees. The patent holder asserting its rights files a lawsuit for patent infringement. The competitor defends itself by arguing patent holder is violating fair, reasonable, and non-discriminatory FRAND licensing obligations under international patent licensing norms. Which of the following legal principles is most relevant in resolving this dispute? A. The patent holder has an absolute right to exclude others from using the patent, regardless of FRAND commitments, because patents are exclusive property rights. B. Courts will typically require the patent holder to demonstrate compliance with FRAND commitments before allowing an injunction or damages, particularly under cases like Huawei v. D. C. The competitor must prove that the licensing fee is excessive under antitrust laws, as holders are not obligated to offer licenses at any specific price. D. FRAND obligations apply only to patents filed under the U.S. patent system and are not relevant to international disputes involving CEPs. Correct answer. B. Courts will typically require the patent holder to demonstrate compliance with FRAND commitments before allowing an injunction or damages, particularly under cases like Huawei v. Z. Explanation. Under global patent law principles, standard essential patents SEPs are subject to FRAND licensing obligations to prevent anti-competitive behavior. Courts have ruled in cases such as Huawei v. ZTE 15 NFTCV, Qualcomm US 2019 that patent holders must negotiate in good faith and offer reasonable licensing terms before seeking enforcement actions like injunctions. If a company fails to meet FRAND obligations, courts may limit the remedies available to the patent holder. Option B is correct, as courts will often require proof of FRAND compliance before awarding damages or injunctions. Question 7. When analyzing the impact of recent legislative changes on the enforcement of intellectual property rights, a multinational software company faces challenges protecting its proprietary AI-based facial recognition technology. A foreign competitor reverse engineers the software and introduces a nearly identical product in a jurisdiction where patent laws do not explicitly cover AI-generated software solutions. Seeks legal recourse under international intellectual property treaties, but encounters resistance due to local legal limitations. Which of the following legal frameworks is most relevant to this dispute? A. The Berne Convention, as it protects the literary and artistic expression of software code in member countries. B. The TRIPS Agreement, which establishes minimum global standards for patent protection and enforcement. C. The Paris Convention, which governs priority rights and international recognition of patents but does not enforce specific IP protections. D. The WIPO Copyright Treaty, as it extends copyright protection to digital work, including AI-generated software. Answer: B. The TRIPS Agreement, which establishes minimum global standards for patent protection and enforcement. Explanation: the TRIPS Agreement, trade-related aspects of intellectual property rights, is the most relevant legal framework because it sets minimum global standards for patents, copyrights, and trade secrets across WU member countries. Since the company is facing an enforcement issue due to differences in national laws, TRIPS provides the strongest international mechanism for resolving disputes related to patent protection and trade secret misappropriation. The Berne Convention Option A applies primarily to literary and artistic works, including software code, but does not specifically address patents. The Paris Convention Option C focuses on priority rights rather than enforcement. The WIPO Copyright Treaty, Option D, enhances digital copyright protection, but it directly governs patents or AI-related inventions. Question 8. Given the increasing complexity of global patent prosecution procedures, a biotechnology company develops a new gene editing technique and seeks patent protection in the United States, European Union, China, and Japan. However, during the prosecution phase, examiners in different jurisdictions raise varying objections related to ethical considerations, enablement, and industrial applicability. Which of the following is the likely reason for these differing patentability standards? A. The U.S. follows a first-to-invent system, whereas other jurisdictions follow first-to-file, leading to differences in priority claims. B. Ethical concerns related to biotechnology patents vary significantly across regions, influencing patent eligibility and enforceability. C. The Patent Cooperation Treaty (PCT) sets a single, universal standard for patentability, but examiners may misinterpret its provisions. D. Since gene techniques are purely scientific discoveries, they do not meet the criteria for patent protection in any jurisdiction. Answer: B. Ethical concerns related to biotechnology patents vary significantly across regions, influencing patent eligibility and enforceability. Explanation: patent laws regarding biotechnology inventions differ significantly across jurisdictions due to ethical considerations, disclosure requirements, and industrial applicability standards. In the EU, the European Patent Convention includes strict prohibitions on patents violate public order or morality, particularly in genetic engineering. China and Japan have different levels of restrictions regarding human genetic modifications. The U.S. allows broader biotechnology patents, but still requires the invention to be fully enabled and non-obvious. Option is incorrect because the U.S. has adopted the first-to-file system since 2013 under the America Invents Act. Option C is incorrect because the PCT does not standardize patentability criteria. It only facilitates international filings. Option D is incorrect because gene editing techniques can be patentable if they meet the standards of novelty, non-obviousness, and utility. Question 9. In a situation where conflicting patent claims arise between two competing firms, a US-based semiconductor company and a European competitor both file patents for a similar quantum computing process within months of each other. The US company files first in the United States, while the European firm files first in Europe. Later, both firms seek international patent protection, leading to an interference dispute over priority rights. Which legal principle will most likely determine the rightful patent holder? A. The first-to-invent principle, which grants the patent to the entity that can prove earlier conception of the invention. B. The first-to-file principle, which grants the patent to the entity that first submitted the patent application. C. The doctrine of equivalence, which allows both patents to coexist if the claims are functionally similar but not identical. D. The Paris Convention, which ensures that both companies can retain their rights in their respective countries. Answer: B. The first-to-file principle, which grants the patent to the entity that first submitted the patent application. Explanation: under modern patent law, most jurisdictions, including the US, since the America Invents Act 2013, follow first-to-file system, meaning that the entity that files the patent application first is granted priority. Option is incorrect because the US no longer follows the first-to-invent system. Option C is incorrect because the doctrine of equivalence is used for infringement cases, not priority disputes. Option D is incorrect because while the Paris Convention allows applicants to claim priority rights in foreign jurisdictions, it does not resolve priority conflicts between competing inventors. Question 10. Considering the rapid evolution of digital copyright laws and their enforcement mechanisms, a social media influencer creates a unique video using AI-generated content and music. Shortly after posting it online, another content creator copies the format and claims originality. The influencer attempts to enforce copyright protection but faces difficulties proving authorship over the AI-generated portions, which following best represents the legal challenge in this case. AI-generated content is automatically copyrighted under international copyright treaties, granting full protection to the influencer. B. Current copyright laws are unclear on AI-generated works making authorship determination, a significant legal challenge. C. The copied format of the video does not constitute infringement, as copyright law only protects specific expressions, not ideas. D. Copyright protection applies on written works, so digital content such as videos is not covered under copyright law. Answer. B. Current copyright laws are unclear on AI-generated works making authorship determination, a significant legal challenge. Explanation. The legal status of AI-generated content remains uncertain, as most copyright laws require human authorship for protection. In the U.S. Copyright Office Policy 2023, AI-generated works without human creative input do not qualify for copyright protection. Similarly, international treaties, Berne Convention, WIPO Copyright Treaty, emphasize the need for human originality. Option is incorrect because AI-generated works are not automatically protected. Option C is incorrect because while copyright does not protect ideas or formats, the influencer may still have a claim based on specific elements of the video. Option D is incorrect because digital content, including videos, is covered under copyright law. Question 11. While analyzing the root causes of sequential problems in a multinational company's supply chain, disruptions in raw material availability, production scheduling, and transportation delays cause cascading failures. The company attempts to implement predictive analytics to anticipate risks, but inconsistencies in data collection across regions create inaccurate forecasts. Which of the following would be the most effective strategy to predictive accuracy and reduce disruptions? A. Standardizing data collection processes across all regions to ensure consistency in predictive modeling. B. Prioritizing transportation logistics over production efficiency to reduce downstream failures. C. Using historical failure data alone to develop a machine learning model for risk prediction. D. Focusing solely on supplier diversification without addressing internal scheduling inefficiencies. Answer. A. Standardizing data collection processes across all regions to ensure consistency in predictive modeling. Explanation. Standardizing data collection processes ensures that predictive analytics models can provide accurate and consistent insights. If data is inconsistent across different regions, machine learning models will struggle to generate reliable forecasts. Option B is incorrect because logistics improvements alone will not address upstream inefficiencies. Option C is incorrect because historical failure data must be combined with real-time monitoring for accurate predictions. Option D is incorrect because supplier diversification alone does not solve production scheduling issues, which may also contribute to disruptions. Question 12. In a situation where resource allocation becomes increasingly difficult due to budget constraints, a government agency responsible for disaster response must decide how to allocate limited funding across multiple emergency preparedness programs. Stakeholders from different regions advocate for varying levels of funding based on regional risk factors. What approach should the agency take to ensure fair and effective resource distribution? A. Use historical data on past disasters as the sole determinant for future funding allocations. B. Adopt a weighted risk assessment model that considers regional vulnerabilities, population density, and potential impact. C. Distribute funding equally across all regions to avoid political disputes and ensure fairness. D. Prioritize funding only for high-risk regions, eliminating resources for low-risk areas. Answer. B. Adopt a weighted risk assessment model that considers regional vulnerabilities, population density, and potential impact. Explanation. A weighted risk assessment model ensures that funding is distributed based on objective criteria considering regional vulnerabilities, population density, and the potential impact of disasters. Option is incorrect because past disasters do not always predict future risks. Option C is incorrect because equal distribution does not account for differences in risk levels. Option D is incorrect because even low-risk regions may need basic preparedness resources. Question 13. When implementing backup procedures across various departments in a financial institution, teams encounter incompatibilities between legacy systems and newer cloud-based solutions. These incompatibilities delay critical recovery efforts during system failures. Which strategy would best address this issue? A. Mandating that all departments migrate immediately to a single cloud-based platform regardless of costs. B. Implementing an integration layer that allows legacy systems to communicate with newer backup solutions. C. Eliminating legacy systems entirely, forcing manual data backups for all processes. D. Developing separate backup procedures for each system, treating them as independent units. Answer: B. Implementing an integration layer that allows legacy systems to communicate with newer backup solutions. Explanation: implementing an integration layer enables legacy systems to interact with cloud-based solutions without forcing an immediate full migration, reducing downtime. Option is impractical due to cost and operational disruption. Option C is inefficient because manual backups increase the risk of human error. Option D is incorrect because treating systems as independent units limits operational efficiency. Question 14. During an emergency response where multiple areas are impacted, a city government struggles to coordinate relief efforts due to fragmented communication channels among police, fire departments, medical teams, and community organizations. What would be the most effective solution to improve coordination? A. Centralizing all emergency responses under a single department without input from external agencies. B. Using a shared digital command center that integrates real-time data from all responding units. C. Allowing each department to operate independently to avoid overcomplication. D. Prioritizing only fire and medical services, assuming other agencies will adapt accordingly. Answer: B. Using a shared digital command center that integrates real-time data from all responding units. Explanation: a shared digital command center allows for real-time collaboration, ensuring that all responding units have access to the same information. Option is problematic because centralizing without input may cause operational blind spots. Option C is incorrect because independent operation leads to inefficiencies. Option D is incorrect because coordinated efforts are necessary across all agencies. Question 15. In an environment where different components must interact within an automated manufacturing plant, robotic systems, human operators, and AI-driven quality control mechanisms need seamless integration. However, discrepancies in calibration standards result in inconsistent product quality. What would be the best approach to resolving this issue? A. Mandating a universal calibration standard across all automation components. B. Allowing each system to operate under its own calibration method to maintain flexibility. C. Focusing only on improving AI-driven quality control while leaving robotic systems unchanged. D. Reducing reliance on automation and increasing human oversight. Answer A. Mandating a universal calibration standard across all automation components. Explanation: standardizing calibration across all systems ensures that robotic automation and AI-driven quality control produce consistent results. Option B is incorrect because inconsistent calibration leads to variability. Option C is inadequate because improving only AI-driven quality control does not fix upstream calibration issues. Option D is impractical because automation increases efficiency and reducing it would decrease productivity. Question 16. In a multi-location scenario where consistency requirements are crucial, a global retail company struggles to maintain uniform customer service standards across its stores in different regions. Variations in training programs, cultural expectations, and management styles result in inconsistent customer experiences. What would be the most effective approach to ensuring consistency while allowing flexibility for local adaptation? A. Mandating a single, rigid training program for all locations without adjustments for local differences. B. Developing a core training framework with region-specific modules tailored to cultural and operational differences. C. Allowing each location to develop its own customer service training without central oversight. D. Focusing exclusively on digital training modules without in-person coaching. Answer: B. Developing a core training framework with region-specific modules tailored to cultural and operational differences. Explanation: a core training framework with region-specific adaptations ensures uniformity in key service principles while allowing flexibility for local needs. Option is incorrect because a rigid approach may not be effective in different cultural and operational environments. Option C is problematic because a lack of oversight leads to inconsistencies. Option D is inadequate because digital training alone cannot replace hands-on coaching. Question 17. While updating traditional approaches where interconnections between departments are weak, a hospital aims to integrate electronic health records across all medical units. However, staff resistance, technical compatibility issues, and workflow disruptions create significant challenges. Which approach would best facilitate a smooth transition? A. Implementing the air system all at once, forcing immediate compliance. B. Providing phased implementation with ongoing staff training and real-time support. C. Allowing departments to opt in at their discretion, making participation voluntary. D. Focusing solely on technical upgrades without addressing staff concerns. Answer: B. Providing phased implementation with ongoing staff training and real-time support. Explanation: a phased implementation with ongoing staff training and support reduces workflow disruptions and increases acceptance. Option is incorrect because a sudden shift leads to errors and resistance. Option C is ineffective because voluntary participation leads to incomplete adoption. Option D is incorrect because staff buy-in is crucial for the success of system integration. Question 18. During a seamless transition where continuity must be maintained, a logistics company upgrades its shipment tracking system while ensuring minimal disruption to daily operations. However, unexpected downtime and data migration errors lead to delayed shipments and customer complaints. What should the company do to prevent similar issues in future system upgrades? A. Conduct rigorous pre-launch testing, phased rollout, and real-time monitoring during the transition. B. Switch back to the old system immediately to avoid further disruptions. C. Allow departments to use whichever system they prefer to minimize learning curves. D. Prioritize completing the upgrade quickly over testing and feedback. Answer A. Conduct rigorous pre-launch testing, phased rollout, and real-time monitoring during the transition. Explanation: pre-launch testing, phased rollout, and real-time monitoring help identify and resolve issues before they cause widespread disruptions. Option B is incorrect because reverting to the old system does not solve the underlying problem. Option C is ineffective because allowing multiple systems creates inconsistencies. Option D is problematic because rushing the upgrade increases the risk of failure. Question 19. When scaling up operations that experience significant bottlenecks, a tech company struggles with server capacity, network congestion, and inefficient data processing as it expands its cloud-based services. Customers report slow response times and frequent system crashes. Which strategy would best support sustainable scaling? A. Implementing load balancing, scalable infrastructure, and automated resource allocation. B. Reducing the number of active users to lessen system strain. C. Expanding server capacity without upgrading network infrastructure. D. Prioritizing new customer acquisition over back-end performance improvements. Answer A. Implementing load balancing, scalable infrastructure, and automated resource allocation. Explanation: a combination of load balancing, scalable infrastructure, and automated resource allocation ensures that increased demand does not overwhelm the system. Option B is unrealistic because reducing users is not a sustainable growth strategy. Option C is incomplete because network improvements are also necessary. Option D is incorrect because customer experience suffers if system performance is not addressed. Question 20. In a case where multiple parties have different objectives, a large infrastructure project faces conflicts between government agencies, environmental groups, and private developers. Each group has competing priorities, including economic growth, sustainability, and regulatory compliance. What would be the best strategy to achieve a balanced solution? A. Facilitating stakeholder discussions and developing a compromise-based action plan. B. Allowing the most financially powerful group to dictate project decisions. C. Proceeding with the project without addressing concerns to avoid delays. D. Focusing only on environmental regulations without considering economic impact. Answer A. Facilitating stakeholder discussions and developing a compromise-based action plan. Explanation: a compromise-based approach ensures that all stakeholder concerns are addressed, leading to long-term project success. Option B is incorrect because favoring financial power may cause legal and public opposition. Option C is ineffective because ignoring concerns leads to conflicts and possible litigation. Option D is incomplete because economic viability is also essential for project feasibility. Question 21. During an emergency response where multiple areas are impacted, a global cybersecurity firm is responding to a widespread ransomware attack that has disrupted essential services, including healthcare and financial institutions. Teams must contain the threat, restore operations, and prevent future breaches, all while facing public scrutiny and regulatory pressures. Which strategy would be most effective in managing the crisis? A. Immediately paying the ransom to recover critical systems as quickly as possible. B. Isolating infected systems, deploying backup recovery solutions, and enhancing security protocols. C. Focusing only on containment without addressing long-term security vulnerabilities. D. Allowing affected institutions to handle the breach independently without centralized coordination. Answer: B. Isolating infected systems, deploying backup recovery solutions, and enhancing security protocols. Explanation: a coordinated response with isolation, backup restoration, and security reinforcements ensures both immediate recovery and long-term prevention. Option is incorrect because paying the ransom encourages future attacks. Option C is problematic because containment alone does not prevent future breaches. Option D is ineffective because fragmented responses lead to further complications and slow recovery. Question 22. In a situation where formal requirements conflict with practical implementation, a pharmaceutical company is launching a new drug while facing strict regulatory requirements that slow down production. Meanwhile, market demand and investor expectations require rapid distribution. What would be the best course of action? A. Prioritizing speed over compliance to meet market demand quickly. B. Balancing compliance and efficiency by streamlining regulatory processes while ensuring all requirements are met. C. Delaying production indefinitely until all regulatory concerns are fully addressed. D. Ignoring regulatory processes in non-essential markets to launch faster. Answer: B. Balancing compliance and efficiency by streamlining regulatory processes while ensuring all requirements are met. Explanation: a balanced approach that ensures regulatory compliance while optimizing efficiency prevents legal consequences and reputational damage. Option is incorrect because non-compliance can lead to legal action and product recalls. Option C is inefficient because excessive delays could harm business and public access to medication. Option D is unethical and illegal. Question 23. When improving a process that shows unexpected results, a financial institution finds that its AI-driven risk assessment model is rejecting too many loan applications from qualified applicants. The system was designed to reduce default rates but appears to unfairly impact certain demographics. Which solution would best address this issue? A. Retraining the AI model with more diverse data while maintaining accuracy. B. Eliminating the AI model and returning to manual approval processes. C. Ignoring the issue since AI-driven decisions are final and unbiased. D. Allowing customers to appeal rejections without making changes to the model. Answer: A. Retraining the AI model with more diverse data while maintaining accuracy. Explanation: retraining the AI model with more diverse and representative data ensures fairness while maintaining accuracy. Option B is impractical because manual processing is slower and prone to human error. Option C is incorrect because AI models can be biased based on training data. Option D does not resolve the core problem. Question 24. While examining inconsistencies across various units, a global retail company finds that sales data from different stores do not align with inventory reports, leading to discrepancies in stock levels and financial projections. What is the best strategy to resolve this issue? A. Implementing a centralized real-time inventory tracking system across all locations. B. Allowing each store to manage inventory tracking independently. C. Reducing inventory checks to minimize reporting inconsistencies. D. Focusing only on the stores with the most severe discrepancies. Answer: A. Implementing a centralized real-time inventory tracking system across all locations. Explanation: a centralized, real-time inventory system ensures accurate tracking, reduces inconsistencies, and improves financial planning. Option B is ineffective because decentralized tracking leads to further inconsistencies. Option C is counterproductive since less oversight increases errors. Option D only partially addresses the problem. Question 25. In a case where multiple parties have different objectives, a construction project involving government agencies, environmental groups, and local businesses faces conflicting priorities regarding land use and economic development. What approach would lead to the best resolution? A. Holding stakeholder meetings to develop a compromise-based development plan. B. Proceeding with the project regardless of opposition. C. Allowing the most influential group to dictate terms. D. Abandoning the project entirely to avoid conflicts. Answer: A. Holding stakeholder meetings to develop a compromise-based development plan. Explanation: A collaborative approach that considers all perspectives leads to a sustainable and legally sound solution. Option B leads to potential legal action. Option C ignores key stakeholders. Option D may result in economic loss. Question 26. During a major transformation where existing methods are no longer efficient, a manufacturing company transitions to fully automated production, leading to job displacement concerns among employees. What is the most responsible approach? A. Offering retraining programs to help employees transition to new roles. B. Ignoring employee concerns and focusing only on automation. C. Delaying automation indefinitely to avoid layoffs. D. Eliminating all existing jobs without workforce support. Answer A. Offering retraining programs to help employees transition to new roles. Explanation. Retraining programs help employees adapt to automation, reducing job losses while maintaining productivity. Option B harms morale. Option C is unsustainable. Option D causes workforce instability. Question 27. In an environment where different components must interact, a tech company integrating AI and IT technologies struggles with interoperability and security risks. What strategy ensures seamless integration? A. Developing standard protocols and enhancing cybersecurity measures. B. Focusing only on AI while leaving IT security to third-party vendors. C. Avoiding new technology to prevent integration risks. D. Implementing systems without considering interoperability. Answer A. Developing standard protocols and enhancing cybersecurity measures. Explanation. Standardized protocols and security measures ensure compatibility and data protection. Option B increases security vulnerabilities. Option C limits innovation. Option D results in system failures. Question 28. When implementing backup procedures across various departments, a financial firm finds that data recovery times vary significantly, causing operational delays. Which approach is best? A. Standardizing backup and recovery procedures across all departments. B. Allowing departments to handle backups independently. C. Reducing the frequency of backups to improve system performance. D. Ignoring inconsistencies as long as core systems function. Answer A. Standardizing backup and recovery procedures across all departments. Explanation. Standardized backup procedures ensure consistent recovery times and operational continuity. Option B creates inconsistencies. Option C risks data loss. Option D is negligent. Question 29. While managing a hybrid approach where timing issues affect remote and in-office collaboration, a company struggles with delayed project deadlines and miscommunication. What solution would improve coordination? A. Using a centralized project management tool with real-time updates. B. Relying only on email communication. C. Holding daily meetings regardless of time zones. D. Reducing collaboration requirements to avoid conflicts. Answer A. Using a centralized project management tool with real-time updates. Explanation. Real-time project management tools enhance communication and synchronization. Option B is inefficient. Option C is impractical. Option D limits teamwork. Question 30. In a situation where resource allocation becomes critical, a hospital faces shortages of essential medical supplies during a crisis. What is the best long-term strategy? A. Establishing a dynamic supply chain with predictive inventory models. B. Ordering excess supplies without demand forecasting. C. Relying only on local suppliers. D. Reducing inventory to cut costs. Answer A. Establishing a dynamic supply chain with predictive inventory models. Explanation. Predictive inventory models ensure preparedness without overstocking. Option B is inefficient. Option C increases risks. Option D leads to shortages.